Welcome back. In this video we are going to focus on Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Previously we have discussed about the eigenvalues and eigenvector of the square matrix. So let us first start with Cayley-Hamilton theorem. So Cayley-Hamilton theorem says that every square matrix satisfies its own characteristic equation. We know that whenever we have A is the square matrix of order 3, so in that case its characteristic equation will be lambda cube minus s1 lambda square plus s2 lambda minus s3 is equal 0. You all know that s1 is nothing but trace of the matrix A. Whatever we have the square matrix, suppose we have given that 1 2 3 0 2 5 0 0 6. So in that case 1 2 and 6, and sum of these three elements, and that will be the trace of the matrix A. Second, s2 says what? Add sum of minor of principal diagonal entry. What does that mean by? If I take minor of this one, so I have to add this one, and so we have this one, plus if I consider this minor, so in that case I have to add this one, so 1306. If I add this one, so I will have this will be cancelled out, and 1203, and based on that we can find its s2, and s3 is what? Exactly determinant of the matrix. If replace it s1 s2 and s3, then it will be the characteristic equation of the square matrix. But here Cayley-Hamilton theorem says that if these characteristic equations satisfied by matrix A, then only we can say that the Cayley-Hamilton theorem is verified. So let us see first question, verify Cayley-Hamilton theorem for the matrix A, and also we want to find that the A inverse as well as A raised to 4. Already previously we have seen that whenever we have the square matrix, so in that case we can find A inverse using the Gauss-Jordan method, that means using the row operation. Already second method, that is you are all familiar with the adjoint method, that is A inverse is equal adjoint of A divided by mod A. That was our first method, and second one, that is the row operation, it is known as Gauss-Jordan. And third one, that is you are going to learn with the Cayley-Hamilton theorem. So based on that also you can determine A inverse, also you can find A square, A cube, A raised to 4, and also sometimes suppose you have given that the polynomial, and that also you can determine using the Cayley-Hamilton theorem. That thing we will say. So let us first concentrate, verify the Cayley-Hamilton theorem. So for that we have to determine its characteristic equation, and so first we start with s1 s2, and this is our characteristic equation. Determinant of A minus lambda is equal 0. Just put here A is the minus lambda I is nothing but identity matrix, so diagonal entry will be subtracted by minus lambda, so 2 minus lambda 2 minus lambda 2 minus lambda, and remaining entries will be the same, and therefore we have this one. So whenever we consider here this is the characteristic equation, so I need to find out s1 s2 and s3, where s1 is nothing but trace of the matrix, and that is clear that diagonal entries is nothing but 2 only, so 2 plus 2 plus 2, and that is 6. s2 is nothing but sum of minors of the principal diagonal entries of the matrix A, so we will get this one, and when we determine it's a determinant, and when we simplify, so s2 will be 9, and s3 is nothing but that is the determinant of the matrix A, and that will be the 4. But when I replace all these value and these characteristic equations, so I will get this one. In order to verify Cayley-Hamilton theorem, we need to show that A cube minus 6A square plus 9A minus 4I is equal, that is the 0 matrix. It is denoted as the 0 bar. So for that I am just finding first A square, and that you can find first row multiply with this first column, so it will be this entry, and again first row multiply with this one, so you will get this is minus 5, and the same argument first row and with multiply with the last column, so you will get that is the 5. And same argument you have to carry on for the second row, first column, second row, second column, second row, third column, and then you will get this one. And same argument for the last row. And whenever you find the a cube, so a cube can be determined by a square into a. That means this is our a square, and I'm just putting your a square is there, and a is nothing but this one. But when I again apply, so I will get this one. Now a cube minus 6a square plus 9a minus 4i. We have just derived a raised to cube, that is we have a raised to cube. A square already we have derived, a square multiplied by that is 6, so you will get this one. And a matrix multiplied with 9 with each entries of the matrix, so you will get this one. Minus 4i, I is nothing but identity matrix. But when you focus on the first entry of each matrix, so what you are going to get, 22 minus 36 plus 18 minus 4, so answer will be 0. And the same argument you have to follow for minus 21, minus plus 30, plus and minus 9, and then 0, so you will get that is 0. So whenever you consider each and every matrix, each and every corresponding entries of this matrix, so you will get that is all entries will be 0, and that is what exactly our 0 bar. That means we consider the matrix A satisfy its own characteristic equation, and therefore Cayley-Hamilton theorem is verified. But here our target is to what? To determine A inverse, also we need to find. So whatever we have the equation, this equation is number 1 multiplied by here a raised to minus 1 on the both the sides, so that will be that is the 0. So what you are going to get, a raised to minus 1 into a raised to cube, that is a square, minus 6a plus 9a, because a inverse into a, this is the matrix, so we will get the only one. But when we have matrix, so in that case we will get the identity matrix, that is I. And minus 4a inverse is equal 0. But now you can take this one on the right hand side or left hand side. So let us take this is on the right hand side. So what you are going to get, a square minus 6a plus 9i. But here a square is nothing but this one, minus 6 multiplied with the given matrices, so you will get this one, plus 9i, I is nothing but identity matrix. But when you consider the corresponding entries, so what you are going to get, that is 6 minus 12 plus 9, so you will get that is 3, minus 5 minus plus 6 and 0, that is 1, 5 minus 6 plus 0, that is minus 1, and each and every entry when you add and subtract it, so you will get this one. But this is what, 4a inverse. So a inverse is equal 1 divided by 4, and this is the matrix. But whenever we can observe that this is our a inverse, but what our target is to determine, that is a raised to 4. But equation 1 is there, but when we multiply this equation by a, so what I'm just going to get, a raised to 4 minus 6a cube plus 9a square minus 4 is equal 0. So from this we can write a raised to 4 is equal this one. But a raised to cube already we have determined, a square is also we have, and a is that is given. But when you put all these value and when you add the corresponding each entries of the matrix, and you will get this one, and that will be the a raised to 4. So in this video we have discussed about the Cayley-Hamilton theorem, and based on that you can determine a inverse. Also you can find a raised to 4, a raised to 5, whatever it is requirement that you can find. Also you can find values of the polynomial using the Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Thank you.